What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am at a pond and I am getting ready to check it out. I haven't been here in a while. The water looks really good. Today it's super cloudy outside, but no rain, and I think there may be like 15% in the forecast. But this pond, I actually used to fish a lot. It's kind of a ways from where I live, but I believe it's just an abandoned property. It's an abandoned pond, and you'll see it. It's just got overgrowth everywhere, but there's some places where you can actually come down to the bank and fish. I went and I stopped by Academy, had to pick up some of the good stuff. I did pick up some, what I on the channel I really haven't thrown a lot, are these Keitechs. They're pretty good. They actually work really well. It's like a shad imitation. They have the paddle tails and stuff, so I got that. And this brand, I really haven't heard of them before, these Nemesis hooks. I'm gonna give them a shot. I forgot to bring my hooks anyway, so I was at Academy and I thought, yeah, while I'm up here picking up Senkos, because I ran out of them in the last video, I thought might as well pick up some hooks while I'm at it. So still have my spinning rod, and man, this rod, it's been putting in work, and I haven't had any issues, any complaints, nothing wrong with it. Pole's holding up, the reel, I mean, you really can't beat it for 29 bucks. Do got some off also, because I don't know if the mosquitoes are gonna be out today, but if they are, I'm prepared. So today, the mission is just to get out there, try to catch as many bass as I can. I know that this place used to hold giants. I don't know that it does anymore. And the reason I say that is because I don't know how low the water level's gotten. We've had rain recently, but I've been here years ago when we had a drought, and it got pretty low, where you could almost walk across it. But like I said, this property, I don't know if it's abandoned or what. There's no trespassing signs. There's no fence. There's no gates. There's nothing. It's kind of hard to get to. It's hidden. It's not near a main road at all. You know, as we'll see, you know, this place looks untouched, which is great. You know, I don't know that a lot of people fish it. It may not get a lot of pressure, but I do know that these bass can be finicky. So stick with me, guys. You know, we're going to see if we can't make something happen, and I'll see you guys in the water. All right, guys, you can see what this pond looks like. It's got a lot of growth everywhere. The water's stained. You know, it's not like a coffee, it's clear, but it's like a dark tea. But let's see if we can't get on them. Bunch of turtles. I haven't been out here in a while, but I do remember the last time I was here, I caught some decent ones, nothing too big, but still, man, that Senko's gotta go. Hopefully it's gonna get bit today. I should start off with the Keitech, but I want to cover some water with this Senko. I see a little bass right there. They're in here. You can see this pond, it goes for quite a ways, and there's tons of debris or leaves on top of on the surface here. It's gonna make it hard to cast, but yeah, you can see how far it goes down. I wouldn't necessarily put a kayak in here because you can fish all the way around it. You know, you can see it goes down for quite a ways, but it stops like on the other side of those trees. So you know, if you can cast across it, there's really not a reason to throw a kayak in there, scare all the fish. Got one. That didn't take very long. All right. On that corner of the mouth. Man, the water's cold. Yeah, I was throwing the Senko and they weren't biting. There we go. Yeah, little guy. Man, this water's freezing. So what that means is that if it's cold, I'm gonna go ahead and just slow it down. I think I've been a little bit quick on my retrieve. But yeah, nice little 1 pounder. All right, there he goes. Right here on this Keitech. I mean, he tore it up though. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about these Keitechs. They're good for maybe 1 or 2 uses. I mean, if you catch one, because they tear up pretty easy and they tear up pretty bad. This part right here at the top, once that's gone or torn, you really can't use it anymore. I mean, I suppose you can come to the other side or to the back, but it's just not, it's not gonna move like you want it to through the water. That's how I usually set them up. Just Texas rig, weightless. This whole pond here is pretty shallow. I don't need it to go deep. You can see it. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but right here it's only like maybe 2 feet. At the deepest, I think it gets maybe 4, 3 maybe. So yeah, I'm letting it sink a little bit, and then I'm just easing it on in. Maybe give it a little, shake it a little bit. And then I'm just looking to see if I get any followers. Where there's one, there's bound to be another. Can't believe it's 80 degrees outside and it's December. That's a little one. It tore up it wasn't the big one I wanted. They're traveling in packs. There was like 4 or 5 of them cruising together. There's one that was a little bit bigger than this one, but look at the little guy. Man, the water's cold. I wonder if he would have bit on the Senko. Yeah, as soon as he bit, the rest of them took off. I got another dink. Same size. And not getting any bigger. At least we're catching though. Like I said, I don't know how old this bass population is. I mean, when I was here a few years ago, it was oh, I see a bass right there. It was pretty low. I mean, it still could have held fish, but when the water's pretty low and it's stagnant and it's ugly, you know, it's not a good environment for them. Ooh, there's a bass over there hitting on something. Like I said, I think it's a bunch of these little ones. I got another one. You saw that. Got another one. Don't mess up my bait. Same size. Not any bigger. It's probably the same fish. No, it's different, but threw it right underneath that tree right there. The bite's been tough today. All right, let's let them go. They don't want anything to do with the Cinco. But man, I get a lot of little bites on this shad imitation, but just trying not to get snagged. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Sun's going down. You know, I really only had about a couple hours to fish, and didn't do too well. You know, I caught, you know, a bunch of dinks. Not even a bunch. I caught like maybe 3 or 4. That was it. I had a few bites and they got off, but I wanted to mention the this was our trail reel, man. It's holding up. You know, better than I expected. You know, for 29 bucks from Walmart, what do you expect? But we are gonna make an upgrade. We are gonna go to a bait caster, and I think I'm gonna go to Walmart again for the bait caster. I own tons of them, but you know, like I said, I want to take you guys through the process, let you know how much it costs, you know, what it takes to actually get into this sport. We went from the Zenko to the open reel. Now we're gonna go to a bait caster. Budget's probably gonna be around 50-60 bucks. They're a little bit more expensive than these, and obviously more expensive than the Zipco. And the reason I've been using Walmart a lot is just because I know a lot of places, you know, a lot of cities don't have Bass Pro or Academy. So, you know, I just want to, you know, show you that you can go to Walmart and you can pick all this stuff up, and you know, it's not going to break the bank. Like I said, had a blast, you know, out here making the video. It's so peaceful out here. It's beautiful. This area, like I said, I don't know if the bass population just hasn't bounced back. I saw a ton of dinks, didn't really see any tanks, but you know, I've been fishing here for a few years now, and the biggest I've ever caught out of here was no bigger than a 4. So it's not like it holds tanks, but you know, it's definitely better fish than we saw today. So you know, I'm gonna keep doing these bank fishing videos. Yeah, you know, this is where I started back in the day, and you know, I really enjoy it. It's really peaceful. I'm gonna try to put out as much content as possible, like I said. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.